Right here in the front. First of all, congratulations on a successful UFC debut. So now that you do have your first win in the UFC out of the way, what are the emotions here in Las Vegas?
Yeah, first UFC win out of the way. I'm ecstatic. I'm very happy. I'm proud of my performance. I haven't watched it back yet, but I can recall majority of the fight. My team's very happy. It's always good to get the first one out the way, because everyone's always telling me like, you Octagon Jitters. The first one's always a big one, and I mean it doesn't get any bigger than this on T-Mobile UFC 285 John Jones undercard. And I didn't feel any Octagon jitters. For me, I feel like if you prepare correctly, jitters, and it's all in your head. It's all in your head. So I prepared correctly with my team, and I'm very happy with my performance.
You said your team was happy, and you can remember a majority of the fight. Are you happy with with your performance in there?
Most certainly, I'm very happy with my performance. It wasn't an easy opponent, and I mean, I had it every round to myself. I think it was a 29-28, right? So every judge gave 29-28. They probably gave round 2, I'm thinking. But that's when he kind of almost took my back, had that arm triangle situation. But I got out straight away, and then I took him down, landed a bunch of elbows myself. So I felt like I canceled that out, and I won that round 2. So yeah, for myself, it was a pretty much straightforward fight, and I'm very happy with my performance.
He would have some moments in there where it looked like he was starting to pick up the pace a bit, and I think it was the third round he shot in for a takedown, and even the commentary was like, "Why is he?" They were shocked that he would shoot on you. Were you surprised that he shot on you in those moments?
Not really that surprised because I knew coming in he wasn't going to stand with me, and I know these guys, they're underestimating my grappling and my wrestling, same way they underestimated Javid's grappling and wrestling. But when they get in there with us, I mean, I train with Jake Shields every day. I mean, I've got to be decent, right, by now. And yeah, I think he was probably hoping to press me, get me down to the ground, but it's not that easy, I probably found the grappling easier than the striking today, and he's supposed to be the wrestler, the grappler, and I'm the striker. So yeah, I'm not that surprised.
The triangle at the end, how tight was it?
Nah, it wasn't very tight at all. I heard my corner say 15 seconds left, so I unloaded for a bunch of punches. He did whip it up very well, but I had my chin tucked. My arm was, right by my head. Elbow was upward, so he couldn't go for an armbar, and I was very cognizant the whole time.
Was it the elbow that was hurt in your last fight?
It was the same one. It did flash through my mind. There was a moment I was like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. But at that point, to be honest, like with 5-10 seconds left, even if it was on, I would have let him break it, and I'd just go win the judge's decision. It doesn't matter. There was no tapping at that point.
But the elbow was good throughout camp and in this fight?
Yeah, it was great. I was hoping to get some microphone time after the fight because I wanted to thank the UFC Performance Institute. The physio team in particular have done such an incredible job with me. Heather, Ryan, Tara, Bobby, every day since October, they were on me, fixing me, making sure I recover, and I had a great, healthy camp today in the warm-up. Everything, I didn't feel anything, so thank you to the UFC PI, and they did an incredible job with me.
So final one for me, when do you want to get back in there now that you have your first win out of the way?
So for me, it's going to be Ramadan in the end of March. That will last a month till the end of April. And I'm going to go to London spend time with my family during Ramadan. And then I'll be back to Vegas and straight into camp. I think I want to fight maybe end of June, early July. I think that's realistic around International Fight Week. That'll give me a good amount of time to, get my weight back down and get into training, because Ramadan does offset your rhythm a little bit. So yeah, it's early March now. I'm thinking end of June, early July would be good.
Right over here. Oh.
No extra pressure for me. For me, I make sure I take care of my mindset. I don't allow things like what other people say, betting odds, these things to to affect my mindset. For me, it's very simple. It's my preparation, and just go into the cage and perform. Do what I've been doing in training. The situation of it being my debut in such a big arena, big occasion, and the fact there was bad blood going into this fight. With me and Da'Mon, we had some issues that added some sort of pressure, if you will. But I enjoy all that back and forth, and it just made me train harder, and it made me just give that little bit extra something when we were in the fight.
How inspiring is it to see the run that your brother's gone in the UFC, and sort of, I know you train together every day, but just to have someone like that is in the same weight class, getting to train with them, just how inspiring is that stepping into the cage?
Yeah, very, very inspiring. Javid made his debut exactly 51 weeks ago, March 12, 2022, and I look at Javid like a blueprint. I'm very lucky in that sense. Javid did so and so. He did this very well. He did this. He could have done this better. For example, and then what I do is I keep, we add on what he did well, and then what he could have done better, I learn from, so automatically I'm lucky to learn from everything he went through. So that's why in that sense there was no jitters and stuff like that, because I kind of feel like I already went through all of this with Javid.
Yeah, and in terms of your performance and everything, you mentioned when you want to fight next. Are there any opponents in mind? I know you're new to the UFC, but do you look at any fighters in the division and say that could be a really fun matchup?
Where I am right now, like, I'm not anywhere near the rankings or anything, so it could be so many people. It's just, it depends on who's available and what the UFC kind of have planned too. So as much as I'd love to call somebody out, I really don't have anybody in mind.
And just last one from me, how do you celebrate after a big win like this, your first UFC victory? What are you going to be doing tonight?
I think I'll go out with my team, my friends, a couple. My brother and a good friend of mine flew over from London. We'll just go out, eat, and just recap and reminisce about the fight and the journey. That's it.